Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our TV. My name's Aldo, and at the moment, I'm joined by my friend Ben. I'm going to jump straight into it. And Arsenal slipped up last night away at Wolverhampton Wanderers. They were 2-0 up, and in the last and in stoppage time, Arsenal conceded again. The game finished 2-2, and that's another 2 points drop for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. Now, this throws the title race wide open for me. And I make Manchester City favourites now. With the games coming up at the weekend, Arsenal have got the London derby with Tottenham Hotspur, and they've got a new manager in, deja Tudor. Well, is he going to cause an upset at the weekend? I think he is, but we're looking at it from an Arsenal perspective tonight, and I can't wait to see what Ben's got in store for me on this, because if he's seen what I've seen and he's read what I've read, I can't wait for his comments, because it's going to be very, very interesting for me. But basically, at the minute, Ben, as it stands, the last 7 games, Arsenal have had 2 wins and 4 draws, and they've picked up 13 points from a possible 34. Now, for me, that's mid-table form, not championship title winning form. What are your thoughts on it, Ben? What do you make of this?
I've been saying for a while that you're not going to get off all season being below par on in attack. Like at the end of the day, the best teams have good attacks. Arsenal only have one good attacker, and that's Saka. And even he's not been up to standard this season. He's had his moments, he had his injuries and all whatnot. But like if you go back a couple of years or to like 18-19 where City won it, or 19-20 where we won it, or even last year, all 3 of those teams had capable attacks and didn't need set pieces to win games.
Yeah, and Saka's just penned a new 5-year contract today, hasn't he? But if you look at it last night, I mean, obviously we just said in the green room before we came live, we were both watching the Champions League last night, but Arsenal, top of the league, have gone away to bottom of the table and relegated Wolverhampton Wanderers, and which was most people would have as an home banker on the coupon. It's a coupon buster. And they basically, for me, they've thrown away 2 points. And I've changed my mind from what I was thinking on Monday when I went to see my best mate Andy. We were talking about Spurs. He thinks they'll stay up on goal difference, but we went through the fixtures, and I expected Arsenal to thump Spurs, but I think Spurs are going to beat Arsenal at the weekend now. I think there's going to be a shock on the cards, and it's going to be that.
I do think the worst possible game Arsenal could have had off a result like that is an North London derby at Spurs' ground. Like,
yeah,
because Spurs are going to smell blood. I mean, Spurs aren't good, but they're going to sense an opportunity to keep pampering Arsenal's title bid, and they're not going to pass up on that opportunity if they can.
I agree. I mean, to everybody out there watching this, what I'd like you to do tonight, everybody out there, get your comments in and your predictions in for what you think will happen in the league title race. Have a look at the fixtures of Arsenal and Manchester City, and come up with the points, total points for the end of the season for Arsenal and for City, and who you think will win the league. And give me your prediction for the London derby at the weekend. And hit that like and subscribe and notifications button so you don't miss anything from Ben, from Ant, from Deck, from Alred, from our new member who'll be joining us later on, Bjorn from Sweden, and myself, so you don't miss any of the content, what we're doing. And then, obviously, if you want to follow the guys who come on stream with me here, also follow them on their own platforms on TikTok as well, because they do some great content on there, and it's worth a watch. Absolutely. So, I mean, the Arsenal fans are falling apart after last night. They're in absolute free fall. I mean, I've watched AFTV, and you need to see some of the clips. I mean, some have gone viral on social media. But looking at the fixtures, Ben, Just going right. So Arsenal have got Spurs, and Man City have got Newcastle.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, both are objectively difficult games, but I've said multiple times Newcastle could take prime Barca's starting 11 to the Etihad, and they would not leave with a result. That is just their record at the Etihad.
Mm. So, what do you think that what would you say, looking at Arsenal's results at the minute from the last 7 games, 2 wins and 4 draws? Where do you think the problem is? What's the issue? Is it a mental block? Is it fatigue? Are they playing too many games, or is it as the Wolves fans were singing again last night, which I've only heard today, it was brilliant. Second again, away. Yeah. Is that sort of festering now?
Oh.
Yeah, I've got to take my hat off to Wolves because I like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's quite funny. Thing is, yeah, in all seriousness, though, like we know what it's like to win a title. Yeah. You know what it's like. You obviously you're an older fan. You've seen it in the 70s and 80s when Liverpool were the dominant team, and I've seen it last season, 1920. So we both know what it feels like and what it means to win a title, and the mental capacity it takes, and our squad knows it mostly.
Yeah, but I also know what it's like to lose one because I was there in '89 when Arsenal won it at Anfield.
Yeah,
and I came off the cop crying. I was in tears.
Yeah,
so I know what it's like. So I know what the Arsenal fans are feeling and what they're frightened of going through. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be extremely worried now.
Yeah, and it's not like it's not the dropping points and it's off. It's all right. That excuse me. You'd see now that a game last night was their last caution. Like they can now no longer drop another point this season. No. They've got to win the next 11 games they play. And if you think about it, they've got Tottenham away, Chelsea, and then Brighton.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point you've raised there. They had a really good buffer, didn't they?
They had a 7-point buffer. But now City have got a game in hand, or something like that, and it's only a 4-point gap.
Yeah, well, five isn't it? 5 points.
5-point gap, and Arsenal have to go to the Etihad.
18th of April. It's up here already. It's tattooed on my brain, that one. Yeah, you're right. I mean that 7-point gap. That was a serious buffer for them.
I think that fear factor as well, like because you're being hunted by Pep Guardiola. He's the last person you want hunting you down because he's like a shark in title races, and he smells blood, and he's attracted to that scent, and he's coming at full speed.
So, whose position would you sooner be in at the moment? Then would you sooner be
City's
5 points clear or chasing?
City's, absolutely. It's for a team that's never done it. It's absolutely the best, not the best position to be in if you're in the lead, but you're stuttering all the time, in my opinion. Because especially if you're doing it in a title race against a team of seasoned Premier League winners and a manager who's won multiple title races. Bear in mind, this is sort of similar to 22-23 when Arsenal were top for the longest time, and they bottled a 7-point gap, or in 18-19 when we bottled a 7-point gap in away, and City won 14 from February onwards.
Yeah.
So City know how it's done. Arsenal don't. That's obviously going to be here in the back of their heads at Arsenal.
Yeah, because we can speak from ourselves as well. We were 10 points clear of City, and we blew it. Everybody thought we were home and hosed, and then the wheels fell off. But
to be fair, I wouldn't say the wheels fell off because we won I think we won 10 of our last 14 games or something. I think it's just the other 4. I think we drew stupid draws to United, Leicester, and West Ham. and someone else, Everton, I think. So some stupid draws.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay. I mean, so Arsenal Arsenal have got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They've got 11 games left. City have got 12. Oh, we have a question.
It's Harold.
Harold, is it? What are you saying?
Just said hi.
All right. So yeah, City have got 12. Arsenal have got 11 games. But before I go on the fixtures and run through them and get what I'm going to go through individually, and I want you to tell me whether you think they'll win, lose, or draw. But before I go on to the fixtures, Ben. Also, he's here. Here comes our friend. Here comes our new fella.
That was short-lived.
Beyond. He's gone again. There we go. Good evening, Bjorn. Hello.
Evening.
Welcome to All Red TV. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay. It's very cold here.
I believe so. Yeah, it's wonderful to have you on board, mate.
Yeah. Good.
This is my friend Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Hello.
Basically, just a quick recap. We've been discussing the collapse of Arsenal again last night.
Yeah, that was nice.
This is what we're on about now. The 2-2 at Wolves. Now, just to recap for you, so I'll get your thoughts on it, Bjorn. Now, Arsenal have, in the last 7 games, they've had 4 draws and 2 wins. They've taken a possible 13 points from 34.
Yeah.
Now, for me, that's mid-table form. It's not title-winning form.
No.
Now, do you think this is deja vu kicking in from the last 3 seasons where they finished second and it's coming home to roost again?
Yeah, exactly. And they're not going to win this year.
I've said that all season.
Again?
I've said that all season. Who do you think will win the league then?
City.
City.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you the next question then before I let Ben jump in on it. So obviously, Arsenal go to the Etihad on the 18th of April, which is the biggie in the league. I think that's the decider for me. If City win that and they go in front of Arsenal, catch us. But they also play each other in the League Cup final. So my question to you, Bjorn, is if Manchester City beat Arsenal in the League Cup final, is that going to plant the seed that they're also going to lose the league as well?
Maybe. I think so. It has been almost a curse for them the last years, and to I don't see how they gonna finish the season well. Exactly like you said, 13 points of 37 or something like that. It's not good.
So Ben, what are your thoughts on the League Cup final? Do you reckon this could affect? Could Arsenal win the League Cup and that's it, or could City win the league?
Because I think Arsenal want it so much more than City. They don't have
the League Cup or the league?
The League Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because over here in the UK, they're all talking about Arsenal winning the quadruple. Right? Now, we on stream here, we're not talking about it because it's never been done. And it'll never be done for me. I don't think it's possible. No. So, Ben, coming back to you, Ben, what are your thoughts on the league? What are your thoughts on the fixture in the League Cup? Because they play that before they play in the league. So could that affect Arsenal in the running if they get beat at Wembley?
Yeah, it could. I mean, we saw multiple times that, especially if it goes to extra time, that could play a big part in it as well. Because these Arsenal players already look very tired, whereas these City players, they look rejuvenated. And don't forget, they could meet in the Champions League quarter-finals as well after that international break. And
I didn't think about that one.
That's true.
and they could still meet in the FA Cup as well. So so from the League Cup final until like the end of April, City and Arsenal could play each other like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So one or the other are gonna potentially decide each other's seasons.
Crikey. All right then. So what I'm going to do then? I'm going to come to each of you in turn. I'm going to start off with Arsenal first. All I want you to do, Bjorn and Ben, right? I'm gonna go through the fixtures, and all I want you to tell me is win, lose, or draw. Okay. You have the point, right? So you have the points up. What you get at the end of it. No. And I'll tell you what I've got. So Arsenal currently stand on 58 points, right? So I'm going to start off with you first, Bjorn. Right? So Spurs away at the weekend. Win, lose, or draw?
Draw.
Draw. Ben?
I'm going to go with a win.
Who for?
Arsenal.
Arsenal, right. Chelsea at home. Bjorn?
Lost.
Loss. Ben?
Draw.
Draw. Brighton away, Bjorn?
Win.
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 Ben? Win. Okay. Everton at home?
Win.
Oh, draw.
Draw. Win or the draw. Okay, cool. Man City away?
Lose.
Lose.
Okay. Newcastle at home?
Win.
Oh.
Win.
Draw.
Draw. Right. Fulham at home?
Win.
Not so sure about that. I said lose.
Lose. Okay. West Ham away?
Lose.
Win.
Win. Okay. Burnley at home?
Win.
Win. Win.
Last game of the season? Crystal Palace away?
Win.
Yeah, win.
Okay. So have you totaled your points up? No. Right, I had Arsenal finishing on 75 points.
Yeah.
Right. I had them losing to Spurs, losing to Chelsea, beating Brighton, beating Everton, drawing with Bournemouth, losing to City, winning against Newcastle, drawing with Fulham, beating West Ham and Burnley, and drawing with Crystal Palace. Now, if Arsenal are going to win the league, they've got to win every game from the here on in.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got Arsenal finishing on 75 points from now.
Oh,
Okay.
It sounds right.
Right. So moving on to probably the greatest manager the Premier League here has ever seen, Pep Guardiola. Right. We'll start with you, Ben, first this time. Newcastle at home.
Win. For City.
Win City.
Okay. Ben, Leeds United away.
I think draw.
Win.
Win. Okay. Nottingham Forest at home.
Is that win for City?
Yeah, win.
Okay. Forest. West Ham away.
Win.
Win.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4 wins on the bounce. Chelsea away.
Lose. Actually, no, draw.
Draw. Yeah.
Yeah. Arsenal at home.
Win.
Yeah, win.
Sorry.
Yeah. Right. Burnley away.
Win.
Win.
Everton away.
Draw.
Draw.
Brentford at home.
Win.
Win.
Bournemouth away.
Win.
Win.
Aston Villa at home.
Ooh.
Win.
I said win too.
Right, cool. I had City finishing on 84 points.
Yeah.
I only had them drawing one game out to the next 12, and that was with Chelsea. They won the rest.
Yeah.
For me. That I mean, I might be a mile off, but I just
no.
I just can't see where. I mean, I just think it's. I don't think it's right. Who do you blame here for the capitulation at Arsenal? Do you blame Arteta or is it the squad, Ben?
It's a mix of everything, really. The players reflect the manager, and you saw yesterday after the Wolves game, a perfect example of them. Petty sore losers that can't handle when things aren't going swimmingly. Gabriel Jesus himself, Mr. Religious over there, getting all angry and hot-headed because Wolves didn't let them have his own way.
Bjorn, what's your thoughts?
I agree, and I think a lot is on the coach side, of course, or manager, or what you call it. I mean, for me, he's a fake manager. He's doing exactly what others coaching manager doing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have done with top players, you can go for 1-2 seasons, then they see right through you, and that's a reflection what's happening in the pitch. I mean, that behavior he had on the sideline is the same that the players have on the pitch, and it's for me it's fake everything. I don't believe in him at all. And like you said, Ben, the players they think they are world players, everyone, and if anything goes against them last night, they're losing a total. And that's not healthy for a team.
So, looking at Arsenal, my concern is, I think Arsenal are stronger in midfield than what City are. Would you disagree with that, Ben?
Yeah, Arsenal's midfield isn't good against intense teams. You've seen it multiple times. United, Liverpool, any team that'll play on the front foot against them. Zubimendi struggles, Rice struggles a bit, Odegaard and Eze, they struggle.
Yeah.
Whereas City, they can handle intense teams more. They've got more physicality, they've got more technicality. Whereas Arsenal have a good midfield, but I don't think they've got a better midfield.
Bjorn, anything you want to add?
No, I mean I totally agree with Ben. It's they have, you can say, they have one really good midfielder, and the rest are slow and have really what you say in English, like you said, Ben, they cannot handle a situation like the City's midfield. And what I'm talking about is the good one is Rice.
And the thing is, I've listened to the Arsenal fan base this afternoon just to get a gist on what they're thinking now. The Arsenal fans are absolutely seething with Mikel Arteta here. They're putting it all on him. And all Arsenal, all the main Arsenal guys saying is, well, we're still top of the league and we're still 5 points clear and there's still a lot to play for. But my question to them would be simply this, and I'm going to put it to you two guys there. Since Mikel Arteta came in, he's been there 6 years now. Now, he's won one Charity Shield and one FA Cup, but he won those 2 trophies with Arsene Wenger's squad, similar to what Ernie Slot did last season with us, right? But he's been there 6 years now, and he's spent £1 billion on transfers to assemble the squad he's got. So my question to every Arsenal fan out there, and to you two guys with me tonight on the stream, is simply this. When Arsenal fail to win the league, because he's doing the Italian job, for sure, Arteta, when they fail to win the league, would you sack him in the summer, or would you keep him and give him more money to spend?
Oh, good question.
Because I think it's a serious question which has got to be asked.
Yeah, it's of course it's really hard to kick a manager who has won the league, of course, but I have to agree with the Arsenal fans. Like I said before, he's not the right man for this.
So would you sack it? So if they don't win the league this season, you'd sack him in the summer?
Yeah.
Ben?
Yeah, I would. I think Cesc Fabregas will be available as well, so that'll play a key factor in any decisions made.
Ah, right. I didn't consider Cesc Fabregas. I can't see another famous Arsenal player taking it either. Mr. Henry, I know he dipped his toe into management, but I don't think he'd be good enough either. But he predicted last night that Arsenal would struggle, and he wasn't surprised when Wolves equalised. But just going back to the game for a second, Ben, last night, why was Saliba not sent off at full time for that push?
Yeah.
Because if that would have been during the game, is that not a straight red?
No, I don't know. Probably. It should have been, but the English refs are the most inconsistent people on earth. Well, it's one rule for thee, one rule for the he, not for thee.
Yeah. The English refs are more worse than the Swedish.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
and we don't have VR.
No, I mean, well, my thoughts on VAR. I mean, the FA Cup's proved it for me this week. I mean, the FA Cup this weekend just gone. I mean, some of the decisions in the Newcastle game against Villa. I mean, the referee, it should have been a penalty to Newcastle. He was a yard inside the box, and he's given it a yard outside the box. Now, all it proves to me is that the referees are not fit for purpose.
No.
And the PGMOL should be disbanded.
Yeah.
Because Howard Webb, he's like the sheriff of Nottingham. He's robbing the rich to give to the poor.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's so hard to understand. I mean, the penalty thing. It's you. What happens in your brain, man? Everyone see it.
Okay, Ben. So my question to you then is, Ben, right? If you was, I think from what I've seen in my lifetime, the best referee I've seen is Pierluigi Collina. I've not seen any referee better than him, to be honest. Right? So I'm going to put you on the spot here, Ben. Right? Because your brain thinks quicker than mine right now. So if you're Collina, if you're Collina and you're asked to come over and assess the referees in the Premier League, what would you do to correct it? What would you do to put the standard of correct the standard of refereeing and sort it out, shake it up? What would you do?
Well, the first thing I'd do is sack all the English referees and start hiring from abroad.
That's an interesting one. Where would you start from abroad then?
And just get as many of the abroad referees with. I mean, all of the referees are bad, but at least the ones from abroad will be impartial and unbiased, like Clement Turpin and whatnot.
So, who would you say are the best referees? The French and the German at present.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
That's a good shout, that, Ben.
Yeah.
I
mean, today, the ref in Germany did around 1,000 euro at game. And when you get so much pay, you cannot be bad.
That's not bad, no. Considering that they're on £6,000 a game in the UK.
Yeah. And they are worth 6 pence maybe. A cup of tea in the halftime.
Yeah, I agree. I tell you what, two good points there. I tell you, you've surprised me there, both of you. Yeah, you've knocked me out the park there with that one. But
here's another one.
Go on.
If a referee's performance has to come goes under question, they shouldn't be paid.
That's a good.
Because if a referee's performance has to be questioned, so on all social media platforms, and it goes mainstream because it was that bad of a performance, you don't get your pay for that game or for the week or whatever.
I agree.
Make it like a pay for play, but pay for performance. That'll inspire them. Oh, you're not going to get your £6,000 if you make if you have a bad game. Well, that'll soon give them a jolt at the backside.
Yeah, well, I said that on one stream what we did regarding players, because although we've been performing this season, I think, I mean, it was said regarding Michael Owen, he should be. When he was at United, he was on a pay-per-play basis. But if you put players on a pay-per-play basis, then they're not going to sign the contracts, are they?
No.
But the thing is, if you're on a pay-per-play basis, you've got to perform to earn your salary. It's something like everybody else what goes to work on a daily basis and does their own job. You might be doing your job, but doesn't mean that you're not being watched on how you perform and how you're analysed.
That's true, and in Sweden, because I work in the highest level in football in Sweden, they for a couple of years ago they tried to what to say in English, the refs in the highest league was paid for a month.
Yeah.
What you say? Yeah, you have a employment, and. But that was not good. It was not good. They get the level is dropping down on them.
So how did they sort it out in Sweden then? What did they do different?
They took back and pay for every game instead.
Right.
But here they made in the highest league they have around. For the game, around £750,
right,
and plus hotel and traveling and so on, and so it's not so much.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, but they are refereeing a lot of games because they are not allowed to have any other job.
No, that's what they call over here. They call it. What they call it now?
Part-time work.
Yeah, but it's like if you're in the fire service or the police force, you can't moonlight.
Yeah.
They call it moonlighting. You can't have a secondary job because your main job's part of the services.
Yeah.
So you can't do anything. If you do, then it's a sackable offence, instant dismissal. But wow, that's a surprise. That because I've done all my calculations on the ticket prices as well, Ben, and you need the voice of reason. Oh, Howard, yeah, our friend from Norway. Oh, yeah, the voice of treason, as we call him. He's gone to pick his son up from work. Yeah, I did. I've been doing some research on ticket prices in the Premier League.
Yeah,
and I've compared it to the Bundesliga.
Yeah,
And I tell you what, Ben, my eyes started watering when I saw the prices in Germany compared to the prices in England. But what I did, I thought, right, I need to have a look at. I took one club from English football, and I had a look at the hospitality prices. Right, the club I looked at was Arsenal, and their prices for hospitality are absolutely horrific. This is per person, per game, and you're talking anything from £500 upwards.
Oh my God!
Right, the cheapest ones I found was Leeds United, £250. Liverpool, it starts at 250 and goes up to 500.
Yeah.
But who's going to pay £500 for hospitality?
No.
I'd want to share an hotel room with Ernie Slot for £500.
Yeah.
I'd want Virgil van Dijk serving me.
I knew you were going to say Virgil van Dijk. You don't. Well, you don't like the Dutch.
Van Dijk's an exception. He's the only good one coming out of that country.
Yeah, he just keep you calm and composed, man, won't he? Yeah.
Plus, he's the captain, so you have to pay for that VIP experience, sort of. I tell Virgil to relay my frustrations with Cody Gakpo.
Oh, well, I've read something changing top. Well, okay, guys. So for all those who are out there watching, like and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you don't miss any content from myself, from Ben, from Bjorn, from Alred when he's not out taxiing, from Deck when he's awake if he's not asleep, from Ant when he's not eating his Chinese. So you don't miss anything from us. So obviously going on to the second part of tonight's stream, Liverpool have got 8 days to prepare. And while I'm talking, Celtic are 2-1 down at the minute against Stuttgart. 39 minutes played. Liverpool have got 8 days to prepare for a game against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. A ground where we do not have much good fortune, unfortunately. But this is my main concern because Nottingham Forest have beat Fenerbahce 3-0.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Victor Pereira's first game in charge is a 3-0 away win in Turkey, which is a great start for him.
Yeah.
Now, looking at Liverpool, we have turned a little bit of a corner, but I'm not getting too excited about it. I can't. I just can't. But I honestly believe, and I said it on social media, there's no point in Liverpool going to Sunderland and winning 1-0 and then not winning away at Nottingham Forest. So, in terms of, I've not a clue what the starting lineup's going to be. I know Arnie Slot said today that Isak is hoping that he's going to be back before the end of the season. For me, that's a concern. I wouldn't play him until next season. I'd want him
you didn't say it was a guarantee, though. He said it would kind of depend on the circumstance. Like, I assume it's like if we're still in the Champions League and the FA Cup going into that period of time and he's actually coming back, he'll play like the bigger games or come off the bench and be an impact player. He won't start, but he'll be an impact player.
Okay, so so on the game at the weekend, Ben, with Nottingham Forest, what are your thoughts on it, building up to it, and how do you see us performing? Do you think we're playing well enough to get 3 points there now?
Well, you can never really predict a performance because not this season with Liverpool anyway. We've been the most up and down team on the planet, I'd say. But yeah, I think Forest will be tired coming off that result in Turkey as well. They'll have a lot less preparation for the game.
Fair point.
Good point.
And they'll also probably have their minds on the second leg as well because Yeah, they might be 3-0 up, but Fenerbahce is still a good team. They can give them problems in the second leg. So they'll be thinking about that as well. I think Forest's focus now will be on the Europa League, and because it's Liverpool, they'll be like, oh, it's kind of a free hit. We can lose this game because or we can draw this game, kind of thing.
Because the next 4 or 5 games are looking very favourable for us, for Liverpool. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Bjorn, on the game at the weekend, Forest away?
I think it's going to be quite tight, to be honest. And what we have seen this season, like Ben said, it's up and down. It's impossible to say the form, but when we have a longer predictions time, or what you call it, before a game, worse we have played, the more games we have, the better we play. So I'm a little concerned about that. We have now 8 days, and if you look at the physical, the physical on the players, it's a concern too, because we it's almost that we can handle 45 to 60 minutes and then we fall back. And I mean that I said it before, it's like you train, like you play. And if you look how we have played, now it's have been better the 3-4 last games. But before that, in Sweden we have a lot of handball teams. It looked like handball. And it's not good. And I think now when we have 8 days between the games, I'm worried that we go down in the speed again.
So for a point, we have a visitor. Hey, oh, here he is, Norwegian Red
from the Forest.
Hi everybody.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good evening. We have a new member tonight, Alrid. We have Bjorn from Sweden who's joined us.
Hello and welcome, Björn.
Tack så mycket.
I've just been watching you from the car when I picked up my son, and
oh dear, that's not good.
That is not good. You need some proper opinions.
Anyway, what do you? Anyway, just a quick recap then, because I'm really interested on your thoughts about, obviously, with Arsenal. They've and just to recap, the last 10 games they've won 2, drawn 4. They've took 13 points from a possible 34. I mean, the game last night was what most people are calling an home banker, even though they're away from home. And they concede late on again. They draw 2-2. So they've drawn with Bournemouth, they've drawn with Wolves, and now they've got the London derby coming up with a new manager at Spurs. Now, I said to Ben and Bjorn earlier on, I've changed my mind on that game now at the weekend. I can see Spurs causing an upset. But what are your thoughts on Arsenal now, Alred? And basically, is it deja vu what's kicking in again, or if you was an Arsenal fan, would you be worried now, or would you still be confident, even though you're still 5 points clear?
We've seen the videos all over the internet today, and they are already furious and scared.
Yeah, I know.
I think this weekend can give us a little indication of what's going to happen, because City is playing the day before Arsenal.
Yeah.
Now, if City wins that game against Newcastle, they really put the pressure on them ahead of the derby against Spurs. Now, the only thing that kind of can save them a little bit is that City don't win that game, and they then go into the Spurs game with a little lowered shoulders and a little less panic. But I think if City wins that game and they get blood on their hands and get dirty and win that game, I think Arsenal is going to crumble like cupcakes in the end. Not maybe right away, but yeah, in the next few games.
Yeah, because I mean, I wrote all the fixtures down for both Arsenal and City, Albert, and I had Arsenal out of the next 7 games. They're on 58 points at the minute, and I had Arsenal finishing with a total for the season of 75 points, and I had City finishing with a total of 84. So I had City finishing 9 points clear of Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't have the schedule in my head. I disagree with you on a couple of the games you brought up earlier. But I think, as I said, I think the game to this weekend is going to be a kind of decisive one, except including the game at the Etihad. But if they win on Saturday and put the real pressure on, I think they can may get a draw against Spurs as well.
Well,
though Spurs ain't good.
After the Spurs game, they've got Chelsea.
Yeah, but that's also you don't know what you get. No. I mean, if Chelsea shows up, it's going to be a hell of a game. If Chelsea are Chelsea, it's going to be a shit show.
But Ben came out with something which I didn't actually consider, and Ben came out with a really interesting point, because I asked Bjorn and Ben, I said, well, they also play each other in the League Cup final. So if City beat Arsenal at Wembley in the League Cup, could that affect Arsenal in the league running? But Ben then also came back and went, well, they could actually end up playing each other in the Champions League yet. So yeah, it's crazy how it's panning out between them two now.
I as I said in the chat, I think they can get a cup or two. I don't know. When it comes to the Champions League, for me it's difficult to predict, because look at what we did last year. We were rock solid all through the league. We dominated. We didn't concede. We didn't lose. We were rock solid, and we met PSG and fucked it up. Yeah. So being good in the league or being shit in the league doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be good or shit in the Champions League. So anything can happen there when the quarterfinals and semifinals are starting to bring out the circus horses, as we say in Norway.
Okay.
Smell the sawdust, as they say. So it's difficult to predict, to be honest. But the only thing I think the cups have an impact on is wear and tear on the players and maybe injuries. That's the only thing I feel they have an impact on. If you win or lose a League Cup final, I don't think that's going to change anything in the league.
Okay, so fast forwarding now, because what we've just been talking about, me, Ben and Bjorn, was the game coming up at the weekend, Nottingham Forest away. Now Victor Pereira's he's had his first game tonight for Forest, and they beat Fenerbahce 3-0 away, which is a great result for Forest. So now they come back home and they get ready to welcome the champions of England. Now we've not got a good record at the City Ground, that's for sure. I don't know what the starting 11 will be. I can't call it at the moment. But I've listened to Ernie Slot this morning, like you have. I get more concerned as the press conferences go on now, day by day. I mean, yeah, he's given the players some time off, and he's been back to see his family in Holland, which is nice. But I think the game at the weekend already, it's an absolute must-win, because there's no point going to Sunderland and winning away 1-0 and then not winning away at Forest. Liverpool have got a chance now to put pressure on Villa, Chelsea, and Man United for the top four. When you look at who we've got in the next 5 games,
everything is a cup final for us. That's how it is. Our point average so far this season is so poor compared to last season. I think before the Sunderland game or something, we needed 30 points out of 13 games to average the next average the points for fourth spot last year, and that means winning 10 out of 13 games to get that point. So we have to win. Everything is a cup final for us. So for us, it's as long as we win, there is no change. We have to win. If we lose one game, that can be over. But I mean, if there's one thing that we Liverpool fans have learned this year, doing a good game in the European Cup doesn't mean shit when you go home and play the Premier League. We beat Real Madrid. We played the best game we've had all season, and we were crap the next 10 games at home or something. So, Forest winning today against Fenerbahce doesn't really mean anything. That's a totally different type of thing.
Second, we have another. Here it is. Where's it go? Where's Deck?
He went in, said, "Nah, I don't like these guys," and then went.
Ha! What was going to say was, what would you make any changes for regarding the lineup for the first game of the weekend, or would you go as strong as you possibly could?
We don't play midweek, do we? Next midweek.
No.
So yeah, I'd go full strength again. Well, obviously, it's the Prem. We need to win, and if we've got another week off, then yeah, go full strength. I think the only one change I'd make is I put Gomez at right back, because Frimpong isn't available this weekend. I don't want Szoboszlai at right back. We saw what happened when he didn't play at right back against Brighton. We beat Brighton 3-0. So I don't want to see that garbage. I want to see Verts and Ekitike. I want to see Kerkez, Van Dijk and Konate against. They've been playing well these last 3 games. That's it. And then, yeah, I'd say Salah as well. And then the rest of the usuals.
Bjorn, your thoughts on the starting 11 for the weekend, and if you make any changes, who would you bring in and why?
Yeah, it's I agree with Ben a lot, but the problem with I like to see Gomez. He do it really well when he's played, but the chance for injury is big. I think I have bench him and let him rest. And I have played Jones there as right back.
Interesting.
And we know that he never gonna move the fucking gap. So it must be his son or something. It's ridiculous.
Another dictator.
All right, your thoughts?
You have to stop dissing Gakpo, Björn, because Ben then just get all jiggly and hormones and everything, and But I as long as I don't see Szoboszlai.
Sorry for laughing.
You got a partner in crime there, Ben. But as long as I don't see Szoboszlai as right back, I'm kind of cool with it. I don't think we don't have the squad depth, and we don't have the depth and the quality to do a lot of changes. If we're going to win this, we have to rely on the big players, and making a lot of changes now after winning the Brighton game would just be kind of stupid after having a few days off, and it's next 1 week till the next game, as Ben said. So I think it's going to be business as usual. I don't think he has an option really. He can't rotate or change much in the league this time. He has to go for that 4th or 5th place, or else he kind of knows his job is kind of screwed. I hope it's screwed anyway, but That's the only thing that can save him. That or maybe winning the Premier League. No, Champions League. Sorry.
That leads me on to a nice little segue. That what you've just said there, Alred. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Because my question to all three of you, I'm going to start with Ben here. I know what Ben's going to say, so I don't know how I'm asking the question. Okay, so Ben, right? So if considering how we're playing at the moment, and how we're picking results up, and we're doing what Arne Slot said he wanted. Be better in both boxes, not conceding, yet scoring at the other end. That's not rocket science to me. That's what you're supposed to do. But have you changed your opinion on Liverpool finishing in the top 4, top 5, or do you still think we'll miss out?
I've always been of the opinion we'll squeeze into the top 5. I think the team that misses out to be Villa or Chelsea, in my opinion. Chelsea's running Villa's European priorities will take shape eventually. We've got a favourable 5 weeks ahead of us, so I think it'll be one of Chelsea or Villa to slip out that was.
Okay, beyond.
Yeah, it's. I think it's going to be tough to take that 4th place, and yeah, the chance that we drop a little bit is bigger than the chance that we go up. It's the feeling right now.
Right, Alred.
Well, since we got lucky with the results last week, and that's kind of the first time we've been lucky in months when it comes to results, and we're only 2 points off Chelsea and 3 behind United, and it is possible when I look at the points, but in my mind, as Ben said, we have 5 weeks now that are favorable to us. Now we have to win them, and if we do, I still have a trouble believing that we are out of the woods. I don't see any real progression. I see no real mentality monsters. I don't see any real stuff that gives me the belief that we are out of the woods, and that means we are our own worst enemy. And another issue for me is Slot in the last press conference again talked about the teams we've been playing. They're not playing like they usually do. They are not so fun to watch or whatever. He's still focusing on other teams. Focus on what you can do, and then fuck off with all the others. I mean, I think we have a shot due to last week, but I can't see us winning 10 out of 13 games because we are not that good enough yet. I hope they prove me wrong, but
I mean, the win away at Sunderland was a massive result because I didn't honestly see it coming the way we've been playing. But to go up there and play the way the way we did, we actually scored from a set piece, which made a change. We kept a clean sheet as well.
We were the better team.
We were the better team.
Yeah.
Exactly. We were the better team. We did a decent performance at a tough ground. And as you said, although we kept a clean sheet, and that I think is very important for us.
I think if we can tighten it up at the back and stop conceding, I think we'll finish in the top 4. But I'm still going to stick to my original thought here is that we've got to go. We must go to Old Trafford and win. We've got to beat United in their own backyard. Now, whichever way you look at it, however you want to dress it up, you can put broccoli around it or whatever you want, right? Every time we go to Old Trafford, it doesn't matter how they're playing in the season, they always turn up against us. Always. That's my only genuine concern at the moment is the United game. I think if we go there and win, I think we'll finish in the top 4.
We've got to go to the Hell Dickinson as well, haven't we? So,
well, Well, the thing is, I mean, from what I've heard, the word on the grapevine from that end of that neck of the woods is, I know Everton are struggling at the moment, but apparently the fan base isn't happy with the new stadium. They're not happy. Everton fans are not happy at all with the new stadium. So if you're not happy with the new stadium, then
Why are not happy?
That's going to cause issues, isn't it?
The atmosphere is terrible, according to every Everton fan.
Yeah.
The
That's
acoustic?
what I've heard, yeah. Anything you want to add, Bjorn?
No, I just thinking about the press conference today. I almost fall off the chair to be when he said that, when he started talking about set pieces and that we have unlucky with it. How in hell can the Premier League manage to say we are unlucky?
Well,
in set pieces.
Well, apparently, I've read some before we came on stream tonight. I don't know if you've seen it on social media because it is out there. Fabrizio Romano posted that Liverpool are still backing Arne Slot, but they'll review the situation at the end of the season. But everything depends on how Liverpool do in the Champions League this season and whether they qualify for next season, whether he remains in situ as manager or he's replaced.
Yeah.
And that's what Fabrizio Romano said about half an hour before we came on stream, which was interesting. What's your thoughts on that, guys?
Well, it has to be the criteria.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I mean, one thing is how we do in the Champions League, because you can be lucky and unlucky with the draw, and you can have injuries or whatever at that week when you play the game. So that anything can happen there. But if you don't qualify, you got to go.
I've said since
I agree.
I've said now for a long time, basically since December, since after the Inter game, the only way Arne Slot has earned another season at this football club is if he goes and wins the Champions League now. Nothing else earns another season. The FA Cup, no. Top 5, no. Has to win the Champions League if he wants another season.
Okay, so you mean, Ben, that if he loses, if he gets top 5 and the FA Cup, that is not enough?
No. The overall season we've had, the performances, and whatnot, the clear problems won't be outweighed if we win the FA Cup. I'd compare it to United winning it in 2024. Ten Hag.
My issue is I really don't care if we win anything, to be honest. But if we qualify for Champions League and we from tomorrow are starting to play better, if I then again see the progression, I could accept he continue on. But if the lack of
what kind of change are we talking about, though? Are we talking about small change or significant? Because I want to see significant changes in performance before I decide to change my mind on him.
Yeah, but my point is, if we have a progression, it doesn't have to go straight up. But if we have a progression that is notable in the last 12 games, and we get top 5 or 4 or whatever you want to call it, I would see that he gets another chance. But if we're still on this, flat line of playing football games and get top 5, that is not good enough.
Okay, so on performances, if you want to earn another season just purely based off performance and how we play, I want to see a better press. I want to see more second balls won. I want to see less. Yeah. I want to see keep not conceding set pieces. That was the problem at the start. It's been fine for a couple of weeks now, but keep that going. I want to see better build up. I want to see more unpredictable football. I don't want the same passing it around for 40 minutes and then huffing and puffing.
That's what I mean when I say progression. If we start to see the old Liverpool again.
If all those things start happening and you can genuinely see like positivity in the way we play, sure. Give him another season, give him some pieces. Because whilst I am an advocate for him leaving, I'm not done. I know that a lot of things have gone against him this season. Most important of which is a player literally died in July. So that's obviously affected a lot of mindsets for a long time. But at the end of the day, I think the grace from what happened to Jota ended a long time ago. In a way.
Yeah. It is second year, and you can call he played with Klopp's squad last year and so on. But if you don't have put your sign, or what you say in English, on the team in 1.5 years, because I don't think one can say what you have for game plan A and B. It just the players don't know what to do. We see no progression, like you said, no development of the game plan and so on. It's
And
I agree. If we come or fourth or fifth, we can give him another chance, of course.
I think
But
the thing is,
for me, I think he and Gakpo can take the boat home.
Just to put that Gakpo thing a little bit to rest, because I saw a video now over his 5 best goals he scored for Liverpool when he were when he was good, and all 5 goals came the same way we're playing today. He cuts in, he goes past the first defender and shoots. Diaz did exactly the same thing. Gakpo did exactly the same thing. Look at the goal he scored against United on Old Trafford. Exactly the same thing. And now we're slagging him because he doesn't score.
What do you reckon?
Wait, Ben. Keep that Dutch hatred, Alana.
I wasn't going
to. Yeah, you were. My point is...
You'll get used to this, Bjorn.
My point is, he's not doing well. I agree. He's been having a shit season, but he's not fucking alone. And the point is, he's doing what he's being told to do. Get the ball, cut in, shoot with the right foot. That's why we have right foot on the left side and left footed on the right side. Cut in, shoot. So the only difference is he doesn't succeed with what he did earlier in his career. So the style of play is not like he dribbled everybody like Messi and now just cuts in. He's been cutting in all the time because that's the way Liverpool play football. He just don't score, but he's not alone. Salah doesn't score. Ekitike can score 5 in 2 games, and then he's cold in 10 games. So he's not alone.
What do you reckon Gakpo sat now is like, turn right at first opportunity, turn right.
Yeah, but that's because the slot is in the sat nav. Hey, turn right. And the sat nav for Salah is turn left.
Of course, but you have always a player, you have a choice what you're doing with your feet in the pitch.
But I agree.
It's not. I am a coach in a UEFA Pro level, and I don't say you have to go to the right the whole time.
No, but that is the way we build a game, and the point is, the teammates expect him to go in there because then, okay, I will go on the outside and I will position myself here. So we build up the play for the wingers to cut in. That's my point. And he's been shit at it, but he's doing it because he's being told to do it. Yeah, we got to go. Yeah, but
just going on your sat nav thing there. Well, I think Ernie sort of sat nav is constantly going recalculating.
Recalculating, stop the car. Recalculating, stop the car.
Cancel route. So before we end the stream, guys, I just want to ask Alred the question which I asked Ben and Bjorn earlier on, and Bjorn said it was a cracking question. So I'm going to put it to you, Alred. So before we end tonight, just going back to Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, this is my question to you, Alred. Now, so if Arsenal don't win the League Cup, Manchester City win the league, and Arsenal don't win the Champions League, Mikel Arteta's been there 6 years, and he's had £1 billion to spend. Would you sack him in the summer?
If he don't win the Champions League or the Premier League, then he should be sacked. The League Cup or FA Cup, it doesn't really matter. If he doesn't win one of those two, the big ones, he's got to go. Point off.
Yeah.
Perfect ending. That's been a perfect ending to an absolutely wonderful stream, with the Norwegian Red making a late substitution for Deck. Probably fell asleep again. We don't know. From Ben, as always, you've come up with some gems tonight, Ben, which I didn't see coming, and I didn't even think about the Champions League. So thanks for that. What are you laughing at, Alred?
Nothing.
Nothing. What are you laughing at? Right. I'm from new member, and it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, Bjorn, all the way from Sweden. Welcome to the family. And
Thank you.
When I message you this afternoon, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're a Liverpool fan, you're a member of a massive, massive family. And once a Red, always a Red. So you always will be. So I hope that you will be available for future streams. I will keep in touch with you because I've got you on my WhatsApp now. So I've absolutely enjoyed it tonight. It's been brilliant. Now, if you guys want to do a stream on Saturday, because we don't play till Sunday, obviously you can let me know over the course of the next 48 hours or whatever. And I'm hoping that my Norwegian friend's feeling a little bit better instead of being under the weather. So it's ice hockey you're watching. That's what it is. But it's been
you have to congratulate Norway to a fantastic Olympic Games.
Yeah, but you fucked it up and didn't beat United States yesterday in hockey.
I know.
So shame on you.
Better taking the back seats here now. but
yeah, we got to go.
Yeah, from myself, from Bjorn, from Ben, from Alred, and from me at Craig at All the TV. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all again, guys. Take care. Good night. God bless.
Good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.